Shohei Ohtani, for the first time, pitches in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, he has so many ways to get you out. His pitching record will speak for itself because he's got just a half a season under his belt. But there's the many ways he can get you out. He's one of the greatest athlete I've ever seen.
Guerrero fouls off a first pitch fastball. As aggressive as we've seen him go out of the zone, it's been so locked in. Dodgers have really pitched him tough in this series. He's been on base 7 times, but does not have an extra base hit. Has not knocked in a run. 0-2.
Of the breaking balls, the slower breaking ball is the only pitch that's going to give Guerrero fits, in my opinion. He can hit just about everything else.
Otani gets him on 3 pitches.
How is it that the Blue Jays are so unfazed?
It's the personalities we have in the clubhouse, and it starts with the leadership guys. I think that we've really kind of grasped onto that, and the guys play for one another. It's really, really cool to watch them just come every day and just focus on what's important, that day. So off to a good start.
Shane Bieber, so far, what do you see?
So far, so good. I think when Shane, his last few outings, especially in the postseason, when he kind of gets into the game, he gets into a good rhythm. I think that his breaking ball is good, curveball especially. Good changeup to Shohei there for the strikeout. And I'd like to see him use his heater a little bit more, locate that, and open up some other things. But right now, I think he's pitching like a veteran does.
Finally, George Springer. You're listing him as day-to-day. How realistic is it that he might return in this series?
I think so. He was able to swing a little bit this afternoon and kind of progressively feeling a little bit better as today goes on. So we'll see how the rest of this game goes, and if not today, hopefully tomorrow he should be good to go.
John, thanks a lot. Joe, back to you.
This is the part of the game that you got to watch for that fatigue and the adrenaline running off.
Breaking pitch gets him swinging, but it was over the plate.
Yeah, he has the stuff to get through this lineup. Don't get me wrong, but this is the part where you get the adrenaline is gone, and you're now working off of all the training you put in, all the effort to dominate on the mound. He's going to have to work.
1 gone in the 4th inning. His second strikeout. Now he's home with a fastball for a strike on Dalton Varsho. Yeah, he was so good in high school in Japan that his plan was to go right to the United States, sign with a major league team right away, and pursue the pitching side of things. And he was so certain that he was going to do that he told Japanese teams, do not bother drafting me. I'm going straight to the States. There was one team, though, that ignored that and then sold him on the idea of trying this, of trying to do something nobody had ever done, and that is be a two-way guy. And he was already doing it. It's just he hadn't really considered that could be a path that he could take as a pro. And they had a forward-thinking manager on that team. The fighters were the team, and Hideki Kuriyama was the manager, kind of the Joe Madden of Japanese pro baseball. And he said, hey, you can go where nobody's ever gone. What do you think? And so Shohei decided to wait to go to the big leagues and take on that challenge. 3-2 on Varsho.
So already I've seen just a couple things. It's not horrible, but in the first 3 innings you can get away with stuff and not have great location. From the 4th inning on, you've got to really, each inning you pitch, the location spots have to be better because your stuff gets less.
Fouled into the glove, but that's back-to-back strikeouts where he didn't put it where he wanted it.
No, the fastball is just a little bit running on him. He's cutting a couple and missing a couple up, but his ability to spin the baseball, again, such a weapon for him on a 3-2 count.
2 up, 2 down in this 4th inning. Ernie Clement.
No.
We celebrate what he does now as a two-way guy. When they announced that he was going to try that in Japan, it was met with resistance because the thought is you need to devote everything to one pursuit. If you're really going to truly be a master, you can't possibly do both things. And so it took some time for him to break down those walls and gain believers there. Let's go of a 1-1 pitch to Clement. Sweeper moves a mile for strike 2. Check swing, 2-2.
See, all he does with that breaking ball, if he wants it to break top to bottom with slower break, he gets on top of it. If he wants it to break side to side, he's going to get on the side of it and create the same torque, which creates that east to west movement. And I think that's why it's so tough to hit against a guy like this, because hitters are used to seeing certain pitches break a certain way, and now they got to cover every angle and every lane.
Looks to strike out the side in the fourth. Chopper foul.
Here's the other thing people forget: how bad he was with the Angels when he first got there. Spring training, they were like, I don't think there's any way we can bring him up, but his contract called for an X amount of things for him to do, and good for him. And he worked his way into both, being pretty darn good.
Another 2-2. Strikes out the side in the fourth. The Blue Jays, though, on a Vlad Jr. home run, have a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the fourth of Game 4. Shohei goes back to work after he struck out the side last inning. Andres Gimenez takes upstairs for ball one. Giving new meaning to pitching on short rest. Normally that means a day less between recovery for a starter.
No.
For him, pitching on short rest is less than 24 hours after he's on base 9 times. Jimenez, Kiner-Falefa, and Lucas for the Jays here in the fifth. Strike one.
Breaking ball won't suffer as much. It's the fastball command again to be watching and throwing enough strikes with the fastball. He can throw them with breaking ball anytime. On the ladder there.
What is it about the fastball that makes that the harder one?
You got to use your legs more. You got to be able to get down through the ball and finish and follow through. The curveball, you don't have to. You use your legs, but you're not like full effort.
Strikes out Jimenez with a back foot slider. 4 consecutive Ks. 2 out, 2 down in the 6th inning. He's looking for his first 1-2-3 since the second. Dangerous hitter here in Kirk.
No.
Out of his hand, 1-0.
No.
2-0. 4 MVPs in 5 years. You'll get the great 5-year blocks in baseball history. From the pitching side, Koufax, 5 straight ERA titles. From the hitting side, Barry Bonds, 4 straight MVPs to start the century. But to do both over a 5-year stretch, singular. Broxton fires 2-1. Kirk climbs the ladder and fouls it back. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
15 wins next year.
Calling it. How many homers?
45.
Ooh, falling short of 50 for the first time. And they have the uniform. Home with a 2-2. Strikes out Kirk. Shohei Ohtani in his first World Series game as a pitcher. Marvelous.